Hello everyone, welcome back to Susie Saves. I'm Susie and this is a new type of video today. It is a Transfer Tuesday. Some people have these, some people don't. I decided to do them because I do contributions to online savings accounts and such where I can't show you physically the money that's going in there. So I decided a Transfer Tuesday was the best way to do that. Specifically this week, I have put $900 into my Roth IRA. We put that on our budget, and I just want to go through what did I buy with that, how does the Roth IRA work, and a little bit more in depth for that. So if you're interested, come and join me. So here is what I did. So on the left side here, you can see my different accounts. I have a Roth IRA, a rollover IRA, and a cash management individual money account. The individual money account is not doing a lot right now, so don't worry about that just yet. I have the rollover IRA because I had a 401k with the previous company. Once I left that company, the 401k had to be reallocated elsewhere, so I put it into the rollover IRA to then put into my Roth IRA. The Roth IRA is a retirement account, which means that this money that I put into it will grow until I retire. I cannot touch the money until then. So at the very bottom of the transaction list here, it goes from bottom to top. I have contributed that $900 that we saw. And you can only do this kind of stuff when the market is open, which is Monday through Friday, 9:30 to 4 Eastern Standard Time. So you kind of have to be strategic. I have bought in three things with this $900. I bought $300 of VTI, $300 of VOO, and $300 of VXUS. These are stocks. Specifically, each of those were Vanguard stocks. The one is a total international stock, and the other two are S&P 500 stock. I'm not sure why some of the stock is taken out the way it is. So for instance, if we look at the bottom here, the VXUS came out in 250 and then another 50. I'm not sure why it's split up like that. I wonder if it has to do with stock prices or what. But irregardless, I put $300 into each of those stocks. I also, if you look a little bit higher than that, I sold my SPY stock. This is just because it's another S&P 500 ETF, and I thought I had too many of them. SPY seems to be good for like quick trading and trying to time the market. I'm not interested in that, so I sold it, and then on the top there you can see with that money I bought more VOO stock, which I plan to hold long term, like for the next 40 years. I am not an accountant. I'm not a tax expert. I'm not an investment expert. This is just me trying my best. I'm not giving you advice. This is just what I am doing. So that is what I did with those $900. I thought it might be interesting for you to see, okay, what do you have? So this is what I have. In the Roth IRA specifically, I have about $1,800 in VOX. That's the communication service ETF. I think it does Verizon, AT&T, Comcast. It has a lot of like entertainment providers. IVV is another S&P 500, but it has a different backer. So VOO and VTI have Vanguard as their backer, but IVV has iShares. I've been told this doesn't matter. Technically, if something horrible would happen to Vanguard, I would still have that share because it's not with Vanguard. I'm not really worried about that though. So the third one down here is FDKVX. That is Fidelity's Freedom Fund 2060. I'm not sure how well it's showing up for you because the print's pretty small. That is for a retirement fund for retiring in the year 2060. I don't plan to retire in 2060. I would only be 61 at that point, so I'd have to wait a little longer. But basically, it's a fund that at the beginning, the further away it is from that date, 2060, it is more aggressive and it takes a little bit more risk. And then it gets more conservative and less risky the closer it gets to that date. So it's supposed to be good for like a retirement fund. Again, I am not an expert. Please do your own thing. I'm just telling you what I'm doing. I'm not saying it's for you. And then VOO, the S&P 500, I've got about $6,000 in. They give pretty good dividends and stuff. And it's they have, what do they have? They have Apple and Google, Microsoft, P&G, Coke. So some pretty big players that are in the market. That's why it's the 500. It's the top 500 companies. P&G, I have been debating selling my P&G stock. Right now it's pretty up. Like I said, I'm not interested in timing the market, so I don't really care if a stock is up or down when I sell it, because I just plan to hold it for a really long time. But I have been debating selling P&G stock just because the VOO, VTI, and I think the VDC too already have a portion of P&G stock in them. So it's kind of redundant, and I'm not sure how I feel about it, but I have it for right now. VTI is kind of close to the S&P 500, but it's supposed to be for technology. But a lot of what's in like VOO is technology. Like I said, Apple, Google, Microsoft. So I think they realistically come up to being basically the same. Right now it's diversified, but I'm still debating in selling my VTI and putting it in VOO as well. Sorry, I'm like breathing so much. The VDC is the consumer index. I think this one specifically is for stores, I think. So I think it has like Amazon, Target, and then some companies for like Pepsi, Coke, Dr. Pepper, Keurig, stuff like that. But I could be wrong, because that could be the commodity stock, which comes up next, which is the FFGCX. Really should have looked this up before I did this video. But yeah, just selling commodities and stuff. And then the international stock. I wanted just a little bit of diversification. I have a lot of like domestic stock because the US stock market tends to do better than the world stock market, but I still want like diversification. I am having a meeting with a tax expert, free, paid for by my work, which is so fantastic. I think in 2 weeks from now. So not the next Answer Tuesday, but the one after that, we might see this be changed quite a bit. And I will share with you what he tells me. He is a tax expert. I am not. So we'll just have to see if he approves of what's going on here or not. But that's what I've done this week. I put $900 in. The Roth IRA contributions max out at $7,000. So I'm like a seventh of the way, which is not great considering we're halfway through the year. But since we've paid back my dad and stuff, I do plan to have this be my next big goal. Technically, the Roth IRA contributions stop when tax season is over, so they stop in April. So I have until April to deposit that $7,000. So I'm trying my best. Right now, I have almost $17,000 in my Roth IRA. I wish it was more. It could be a lot more. It's just that when I started contributing, I've never fully funded my Roth IRA. This will be the first year that I do it. I'm going to really try hard to do it this year. And this will increase my net worth quite a lot just because it's a lot of money and it grows over time. So that is the hope. So yeah, that's what I did with my money for this Transfer Tuesday. Most of the Transfer Tuesdays will not be this big. It's just this big because I wanted to catch up from all the money I've not been putting in since April. So here we are. Again, I don't know. That's what I'm doing. I don't know a lot about this. I'm taking a retirement investment class in 2 weeks, and then I have the private one-on-one session with the tax expert in 2 weeks. So I'm hoping to get somewhat of an idea of if this is looking good or not. So we'll see. I do want to point out a lot of these numbers are up right now. That is basically random. The market changes all the time. Some months I'm sure this will be down, some months it'll be up. So I'm not working to try and time the market. I'm looking for time in the market. So just hoping that these will rise over time. It can be really damaging to look at these numbers every day and try to that's just so much stress for me, and that's not for me. But yeah, so that's this Transfer Tuesday. I hope you all are having a good June. I'll see you next week for another one. If this is the format that you like, let me know. If not, maybe I'll do a chart or something. But I hope you all have a great day, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.